Hey everybody, welcome to my review on the Cybex e-Praim. This pram is by Cybex. It is a large pram. It isn't really marketed towards being a small compact pram. It is a big pram, and it's also heavy because it has motors in it which assists pushing the pram, which is absolutely amazing. So that's why it's an e-Praim. It's an electric pram, or pram. It has an I in it. We'll get into the electric part later, but let's just go through the basics of the pram and the functionality first. Let's start with the handle. It is a really nice, comfortable handle. It has a really nice design on it, and I love the little logo that's like indented in here. I feel like when you look at this pram, you just see the design effort that's gone into it. It's not just for the design, it's also practical as well. So here's the hood, and it has like this really nice shaped hood. You can see it's not just a standard shape, it's got like the curve to it, and it just looks really nice. On the back of the hood is the little logo. We're on like a piece of leather, and it's like stitched on and glued on as well. And if you're thinking, but this hood isn't big enough, on most modern prams they have a zipper which will extend. So you do get the bigger hood, and when you unzip it you also get a peekaboo window at the back or an air mesh flow through. So these are magnets to hold it down. There's the air mesh or the peekaboo window, and you can see right into that seat with no trouble at all. This air mesh part can also double up as a breezeway, so that if the pram is laying down, either parent facing or world facing, the air can, as you push the pram, the air can come through. Although this doesn't magnetize to stay in place, it kind of folds over and creates its own seal by just like folding over on itself. At the front of the hood we also have this extra part here that folds out for even more protection from the sun. It has smooth functionality. I have a pram liner in the seat, but I'll show you underneath. If you want to know where I got my pram liner from, I make them on my Facebook page, ShellBell's Creations. We have a 5-point breakaway harness. Now, this took me a little bit of getting used to. Oops, did I not press that hard enough? Squeeze! Squeeze! That shot it out. It was a little tricky. You find that there's indents on this side, and then there's like little bits that go out on this side, so you assume that they click together, which they do, but I feel like it took a little bit to find them. So once that's together, then it's such a wide harness compared to normal. Then you just clip this in here. Oh, was that too low, too high? I don't know. There we go. So it's easy enough once you work it out. If I just flip my pram liner forward, there is this other seat liner in here that is quite thick with padding, and that can come out. So I think this is a really good option so that you don't get your pram seat dirty, because this can come out and go in the wash. But I always suggest to use a pram liner. The odd thing about this liner is that it only goes just to the back of the baby. So it stops here, and then you just have the normal pram seat part down the bottom. It does have padding, but I don't know why. It's weird that that part was not there. So you'd have to take this part off to wash if there was any accidents for the bottom. The seat can hold from newborn up to 22 kilos. On the back we have this lever. We're going to lift it up, and you can choose from 4 seating positions. Sorry, my hand got a little bit stuck. Here's the pram seat laying flat, so it is suitable for newborn, but I find that it's actually quite a large seat, plus you have this extra footrest down here that's quite long. I do believe this pram is functional as well. Coming down to the footrest, to adjust it there are 2 buttons, one here and one on the other side, so you press them in at the same time and you can choose between I think 3 positions, so all the way down, halfway up, or all the way up, and that's as far as it goes. On the side of the frame are these 2 little knob part, but basically you can put your cup holder onto that. Looking at the back of the pram, there is a pocket here, and they have their nice leather patch just here with Cybex written on it. The pocket isn't huge, but you're definitely able to put your phone, keys or wallet kind of bits in there. Coming down to the basket. So the basket is, again, it's designer. Look at it. It looks all nice and tidy. It's all closed up. And all you have to do is gently give it a tug, and that opens your full basket out. And to hold it together, it's actually magnets. So that's what you're hearing. So you can use it opened out, or if you want to put something in there little and you're a bit worried about it falling out, then it's going to be held in there with the magnetic latch. Coming into the middle here, this is our brake. So it is a nice, easy to use brake, and you can hear when it's on and off. We're also going to notice this little blue switch over here, so that is not something that's on a regular pram. And then we have our lights. So this is the battery life on the pram, and this is how we turn it on and off. And it's designed to be pushed with your foot. Under here is actually a battery, so there's a little slide over here. What way does it go? This way, so I just slid it towards the brake, and that will drop the battery out. Now you don't need to take the battery out to charge it. You can just plug it in, and here is the part that plugs in. If it suits you to take this part out of the car and take it in and charge it, then do that. Or you have the option just to bring the whole pram inside and charge it while the battery is still in the pram. It also comes with the charger. If you are looking at the back, here's the brake on the left hand side. This is where the charger plugs in, so you can charge the battery up. Make sure that when you are finished charging that you press the little piece back into place, and that will keep the water from getting into the charging port or the battery, which we don't want. And it gives you instructions on how to put it back in. Going to go this way with the arrows facing down to the ground. You're going to kind of sit it in, and like the bottom, kind of put the bottom in and then clip it forward. So put it in and then like clip it forward. You kind of hear it line up, see we're just like sliding it down. Yep, that's in place, and then push it forward. Or push, like squeeze your hand together on the bar. And then it's all back in, ready to go. I believe that the battery lasts a decent while. I can't say that I've used it every day for a week or anything like that, but I can say that I have used it a few times, and I've charged it twice, and I don't even think it needed charging the 2 times that I did charge it. I think I was just kind of making sure that it was going to not run out when I wanted to use it. The lady that owned it before me, she said that it didn't need charging the whole time. She said she charged it once, and she only used it a few times as well, because her little baby outgrew it and didn't want to go in the pram anymore. So now that the pram is on, what does it do? So when you're pushing over rough terrain, like heavy grass or rocks or up a hill, it actually assists you in pushing the pram, which is so amazing. I have pushed it up a hill with just my finger, just to kind of prove a point. I'm going to say that that's a motor there, and then that's a motor there. So like these parts in here. And that's what's going to add to the weight. So it's like 15 kilos for the whole thing. But if you're living in a hilly area, or if you're going to walk on terrain a lot, then this pram is amazing because it just helps so much. So here's the app on my phone. I can open it up, and I have it saved as Shell Cybex because you can rename it. It has connected. Sorry, it's probably a little bit easier if I do it from down here. So here's the pram. Oh, the firmware is up to date. The battery level is like 3/4 full. It's connected. And then you can have it on Tour or Eco, which I usually leave it on Eco. And then it has rocking mode, guys. It has rocking mode. It rocks itself. This pram will rock your baby to sleep for you when you don't want to. I mean, so does a bouncer or whatever, but if you're out of the house, you don't have a bouncer. So I just think that's really cool. It's one of those like gimmicky things, but also very cool. I looked at getting a rocket. Do you guys know what a rocket is? I'll put it on the screen. It's like a little rocket shaped device, and you literally just put it on the handle of your pram and it rocks your pram to sleep. But then I saw this and I was like, I would rather this than a rocket. So I got this Cybex e-Praim. So let's set it up. So we're going to leave it on eco and we're going to put it on the highest intensity. Let's actually show you the lowest intensity first, and we'll just put it for 1 minute and then continue even if connection is lost. We want to confirm that and start rocking. So it says you've got to put your wheels, they've got to be locked into the straight position, and that's so that it doesn't like veer off, and then you have to put the brake on. So let's do that now. We have completed the checklist. Now let's confirm. Ah, it's working! I get excited every time. So this is on the lowest intensity. So it will do it for however long you set it for. And now our screen has changed on the app. You can edit it, you can pause it, you can stop it. So let's edit it. And we want to put the intensity up to that middle one. And then let's continue. Oh, that was instant, look. It just went faster. Okay, now let's edit it again. I kind of want to show you both. And then we're going to put it on the third one. And then we're going to go to continue rocking. Oh, look at it! And that is the fastest that it rocks. Isn't that cool? I think that's so cool. Comment below if you guys think that this pram is necessary, or if you think that it's just easy enough to do it yourself. I really love the idea of this pram, especially when walking on rough terrain. I just missed it. There we go. Rocking time has ended. Hey look, rocking completed. That's another app that does that. So you can set it up to 30 minutes or anywhere in between. Sometimes a little bit hard to grab the dot. The seat can of course parent face as well. So my favourite thing about this is that it has 2 memory buttons. So you press in one side and then you can press in the other, which means you don't have to try and press 2 buttons at the same time and lift the seat up. So I've pressed one in, pressed the other in, and now I'm going to use the belly bar to lift the seat up. I find this the easiest way to carry the seat, which is with the belly bar and sometimes the back, like the frame kind of thing. So there's like a hard metal frame under there. Then I'm going to place the seat back on and it just clips into place. This pram is of course travel system compatible, so that means that you can put a bassinet, a capsule, or the pram seat on there. When you purchase the pram, it actually comes with the capsule adapters. Now these are suitable for the Cybex, the Nuna, or the Maxi Cozy range of capsules. And I feel like there's a few others that also fit this adapter, so it's a pretty wide variety of capsules that you can use. It has foam-filled wheels all round, so they push really nice, but there's no risk of a puncture. To fold the pram, we're going to use the recline lever and we're going to lift the seat forward all the way to the floor, just about. And then we're going to come to the handle and we're going to press the button on the bottom with our thumb, and we're going to pull the button on the top with our fingers so that we're pressing the 2 buttons and holding them in. We're going to then slide the handlebar all the way down and put a little bit of pressure so that you can see the little parts on the sides going in. And then I'm going to put my foot on the back and grab the handle here and just tilt it back. Oopsie, the wheel's sitting great. So there's our fold. So it doesn't stand up like this, but you can leave it half unfolded, but it does lay down just like that. To put the pram back up, there is actually a safety on the side. So if you push it away, you should be able to walk the frame back out like that. And what I did is I basically pushed down on the handle, and all I'm going to do is squeeze my fingers on the front part. We don't need to use the thumb as well, just the front fingers, and you can put the handle into whatever position you're wanting. Come around to the front and flip the seat back up. You'll hear it all lock into place. So this is what they're calling the standing position, but when you bring it back together, that's when it locks in on the safety just here, but it won't stand up anymore. I find it a lot easier to do the folding part with the brake off so that the wheels can roll into place. If the brake's on, I feel like it's like you have to fight with it. I also want to show the fold with the seat off, so same thing. But I would just use the little bar in the middle this time to pull forward, put my foot on. I find it a lot easier, I think, when it is a single piece, but it is still like a really big fold. It's huge. Too bad they couldn't get it to go down a little bit further. So you have such a high handle height when it extends out that of course you're going to suffer in the fold a little bit, or in the frame structure. So they've suffered in the fold a little bit. So you can just literally pull this behind you. So if you had to go upstairs or anything, you could just pull that up, especially with the seat on as well. It locks into place there, or if you press the button and pull it out, it will lock into place out here, and you can still pull that behind you. If it's locked out, you're going to need to press both of the buttons to get it back down. If you do decide that you want to fold it separately, you can also fold the seat in half as well. So that makes the seat even smaller to put away. This last part is a little bit quirky. I'm not sure that it's actually designed to do this, but if you just use the folding buttons, both of the buttons, and push it all the way down, and then click it in, so that's those two little side parts clicking into place so that it locks, the handlebar can be all the way down here. So that is good for two things. The first thing is that it's good for little ones that want to push their own pram, because now they can push it. And it's great for like storage at a cafe or wherever you're putting your pram. Maybe you bring it home and bring it inside and you kind of want to make it small. You can push the handle down so that the handle is not all the way out here. So it actually makes it a more compact storage solution. And of course you can always fold that forward, oopsies, and make it even smaller again, just to store it like that to get it out of the way. So I think this is a cute little feature. You can hear the pram when you're like walking up a really big hill, like I'm walking up this big grassy hill. Forgot to mention is when it goes downhill, it actually slows up and stops so that the pram can't roll away. So that's a really, really cool thing that I totally missed. I hope that you guys enjoyed this review on Cybex e-Praim. I really like this pram. It has all of those functions, all of the design things that is just above and beyond, plus it has functionalities of what you want in a standard pram. I do believe that the seat is a pretty decent size, and especially with it being able to lay flat and you have this extra footrest, I feel like that is a bonus. Yes, it is a little bit heavy, which, you know, it has 2 electric motors in it, so we can kind of understand why. But in saying that, I think they're around 12 kilos without the electric motor in it, so it's only really a few extra kilos for the motors. If you haven't already subscribed, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I have a bunch of other pram reviews. I have how to wash prams. I have changing seat fabrics over. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. So I just fit it in the back here. It is in the back of a Toyota
Tarago, and it's like in the back section behind the seats, so you could have 7 people in here and it fits. So I'm not sure if the fold's that huge after all. So to take it out, all I would do is lift this handle and that takes the seat off, and then you'd obviously take the rest of the frame out, and to put it back in, all I've done is when I put it in, I make sure that the little footrest here kind of just slips over. So I bring the frame back, slip it over, it hooks in there,